Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series Carneades Dialogues. In this video we're going to be looking at the second set of kind of answers or responses to the month of paradox. As you probably noticed, these videos are going to go up on a kind of whenever I have time basis rather than a every single week basis. Because we have a lot of other series going on right now, so we might as well space this out. Now, at the end of every paradox video last month, I asked you, is this paradox veridical, falsidical, or antinomious? And you gave me some great responses, comments. So, the first one in this second set of paradoxes, the kind of paradoxes of sets, was the paradox of the heap. Paradoxine said it was falsidical because there is actually a point where a non-heap turns into a heap. And Highway said it's antinomious because a heap is subjective and not well defined. I'm actually going to kind of agree with both of them. It's antinomious, it seems to me, until we define heap as a certain quantity, at which point it becomes falsidical. The problem is that heap is a vague term, and as long as it stays vague, this paradox is actually going to be a problem. But if we can define it as some specific quantity, the paradox will just disappear. Next up, we had Russell's paradox. Fengardai says that it is antinomious, saying that it is so antinomious that it continues to cause problems for the foundations of set theory. And this seems to me to be correct. It's antinomious at least until we are able to define set theory in such a way that we can get around Russell's paradox. You should watch my other video on Russell's paradox to get a better understanding of this problem, and then the following video on Gödel's incompleteness theorem, because even when we play with our set theory and change it around to avoid Russell's paradox, it's not going to solve all of the problems. So it seems to me that for now it's an antinomy, but if we can solve it, it might become falsidical. Next up, the paradox of the barber. Alejandro Quiñones says that this is antinomious, it's just a hypothetical case, and it's not like other paradoxes that are talking about something that's actually in the world. 1140 Cecile says that it is falsidical because we just don't have to accept the statements. The statements could be false. And Quine is in fact going to agree. According to Quine, the proper conclusion to draw is just that there is no such barber. This is in fact one of the paradoxes that Quine uses in his Ways of Paradox paper. He says that it's falsidical because all you need to do is say that such a barber doesn't exist. And the paradox resolves itself. Next up, Grelling's paradox. Harry Ray gives a great description of one reason that it is antinomious, that those words are part of our language, and this is just going to turn into Russell's paradox, but for language. And it seems that that is the case. I would agree with this. Until we eliminate words like autological and heterological from our language in some way, or come up with a way that we can use these words in language but avoid the paradoxes, this is a problem for the way we speak and logically quantifying down common language. Now, finally, we're going to take a look at Cantor's paradox. Harry Ray said it was veridical. He says he's happy accepting that the set of all sets doesn't exist. Quine, on the other hand, is going to disagree. He's going to say it's antinomious. You can go ahead and read all of that if you like, or better yet, just read Quine's paper, The Ways of Paradox, which is where this comes from. Basically, Quine says that Cantor's paradox is just going to boil down to Russell's paradox, and even in the set theories that we have constructed, we are unable to completely get rid of all of the problems created by either Russell's paradox or the other spin-offs that come out of Russell's paradox. So until we can get rid of all of those spin-offs and all of those problems, this is still an antinomy for set theory. And finally, I want to throw out some corrections to the video I did on Cantor's paradox. I've also put a note in the video. Some great commenters noticed this. I was trying to oversimplify some things, and I got some things incorrect. To be clear, a subset of the set of all real numbers can be put into bijection, not bijunction, with the set of all binary strings, lists of ones and zeros, which is uncountable. Therefore, the set of all real numbers is uncountable. The set of binary strings can be shown to be uncountable through the same argument that was used to show that the set of all sets is uncountable. Like I said, I just did something of an oversimplification, and a lot of people rightly caught that as incorrect. Hopefully at some point in the future we'll talk some more about set theory and shows how it plays in interestingly to logic and logical proofs. But with that, keep up the great comments. I'm not sure when the next video of this series is going to be up, so go put all of your comments on the epistemic paradoxes. There's some of the more interesting paradoxes in my opinion. And stay skeptical, everybody.